Aquarius, hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, remember to hit that subscribe button and the like button. Now we're going to do a reading for Aquarius Sun, Moon and Rising for March and April. My big apologies for not getting the March readings out, but we're going to pull some cards and do some validation and some clarification and get a message for you guys about what March was all about, because we all know we were hit with the March energy. And we're going to then move into the April 2020 reading for you. So let's touch base with readings. Please, if you feel a reading doesn't resonate with you, please check out your moon sign and your rising sign, which is also your ascendant. If you don't know what that is, you can click on the link below, the Natal Chart, and find out all of those personal aspects in your own personal chart. Now, also I'd like to say a big shout out to those who do share, who do like, who do give back to me, my channel, and also spread the information, pass it on to friends, whether it's information from my channel or other spiritual readers and astrologers and people like that, because as we all know, we're all fully aware of what's going on in the universe, and we've got to keep raising the vibration, rising the vibration of people, giving them, you know, understanding of the energies, what's going on, the transformations that are happening. We need to help people get through this time, and you guys, by passing and sharing and liking and subscribing and passing it on to friends with other people as well, you're helping everyone. It's putting it out into the consciousness, it's putting it out into the community, it's helping people maybe get a guiding light or shining or information or understanding about what's currently going on, because what is going on, we don't need to talk about it with the pandemic. Everybody's been hit with it. On top of that, we've got many other things happening which we'll discuss. But in March, you know, it's the shock for everyone. It has been, what has happened in March started in January. January the 12th, 11th and 12th, you can look on my channel. There is a Saturn-Pluto conjunction video. That, whatever happened in January, it gave us the heads up. That direct thing that happened in January for you is now happening in March. So we've got the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Yes, and it's going all year. That's why you need to understand it or help others understand it. And February, the masks were off. We were seeing it. We were seeing people, places and situations for who they are. Pluto's the underworld, what you don't see, the power struggles, the power trips, the manipulation, the sabotage, you know, the security and stability that needs transformation that wasn't there. And Pluto and Saturn are doing that. They're breaking down our systems, whether it's personally, relationships, careers, but we're seeing it globally. We're seeing it through, everyone's being hit with it. Our systems, it's the crumbling of our systems that are no longer serving us anymore. We have seen this Saturn-Pluto conjunction in World War I started, World War II ended, and the war in the 80s. I think it was the 80s. We have where our whole system of living, our priorities change, our realities will change, our whole paradigm changes. You know, everyone's world ended. When the war ended in World War II, we had the Great Depression. You know, when World War I started, it changed people's lives. Now, I'm not saying we're exactly like that, like World War I, but our security, our stability, our foundations, our systems that we work under are being crumbled down, broken down to be restructured and rebuilt. And we will get through this. Okay, and whether that falls to you mentally, emotionally, physically or spiritually or all of the above, but it's certainly out there in our you know, in our governments or whatever, you know, systems of how we're living. Like we thought our job was safe and secure, and it's not. You know, we thought a relationship was secure, and it's not. Or the way we were living was secure, and it's not. We're having wake-ups and shake-ups, tower moments. March was a tower moment. This is your foundation. Tower is built on how you lived, what you were living, what you thought your foundation, your security, your stability was. And there's lots of emotion. So that pretty much sums up March for everybody. Moon card, emotions, and Tower moments. So we're in the shock, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual shock of the blast, of the bomb, of the breakdown type, so to speak. Okay. The ripple, you know, the kaboom is happening. It started in January. People that had birthdays in January, February, now March, they've hit their 2020 energy. When you hit your birthday this year, or other people you're surrounded with, that's when their 2020 starts. Okay, so 2019 was reinventing us, having a look at everything, reviewing everything, going over it, being shown what needs to change, reinvent, close out. 2020 is like, now you've got to do the work. So 2019 was like renovating a house. And you knew what you wanted, and you reviewed it, and you picked colours, and you knew what you wanted to change and restructure. 2020 is like, right, that's great. Now we're going to pick up the hammer and the saw and the paint can and the paintbrush, and we're actually going to go to work. And we're going to lay a new foundation. We're going to lay the cement. But we're going to do the hard work now, guys. We're going to do the restructuring. So we have to face this. You can't run from this. You're not going to be able to run from it. So I think that could have been an epiphany for a lot of maybe Aquarians, a lot of people. Everyone's involved. Everyone's been hit with this. You can read any sign that it's all happening. But let's say for Aquarius in particular, you know, I think you've had a big Tower moment, and it's been very emotional. And what I'm hearing is you can't run from it. It's happening. By the end of the year, 2020 December, the planets have moved into Aquarius. And Aquarius, I've said this in your last reading and the reading before, be very careful. Because when Saturn moves into Aquarius, Saturn is the teacher, the master. Saturn makes you do it over and over and over again until you get it right. Saturn takes no excuses. Saturn holds no, it just says, I don't care, you need to go and do it again, or do it properly. And if you don't, the lesson gets harder and harder and bigger and bigger. Saturn's the teacher. It's going to teach you. You know, Sagittarius had Saturn in its chart for 3.5 years. It's moving through Capricorn. It's going to move into your sign. Be warning. Big warning when Saturn moves in. You'll be doing everything properly. And if you're not, Saturn will come down on you. And in the Saturn-Pluto conjunction all year anyway. So here's a warning for you, Aquarius. Make sure you're doing the right thing, as in within integrity and value, or the right, you know, not running, like not hiding, not running, not ignoring. Saturn won't allow you to ignore anything. But you know, Saturn brings great rewards. Saturn makes you study hard, work hard, sits you down in an exam and goes, here's your big reward for your hard work at the end of Saturn. What came upside down was the King of Wands. So again, it's funny I got that energy for March for Aquarius. Yeah, March, sorry, and then I'll move into April. Wands is about taking action, and you're not. So that's why I got that feeling. I got that feeling of running, you know, hiding, scattered, not taking action. I'm just letting Spirit bring some messages through here. There's the King of Wands reversed. Then we've got the Ten of Pentacles there, so healing, you know, this is quite nice though, but this could be a child in a healing that needs to happen or has come up in March. But we've got the Lovers in the background, the dog needing faith, you know, healing, the Pentacles. Things are going okay for you, Aquarius. You may not think they are, but they are. And some of you may be having like a healing happening. Yeah. Where have you been not taking action, Aquarius? You know, the King of Wands takes action. You know, he knows. This guy's not taking action. He's closed off. He's only sitting in his own belief, his own way. He's restricted. He's restricting himself. He doesn't want to make any changes. He's just sitting back, holding on tight to his money, to his ideas, to his beliefs, to his ways. And it's like, I'm not taking action. But what came in was some new ideas, new inspiration there, Aquarius, for you. And some of you were having a healing. Some of you, groups, people, places, situations, friends. You may feel you had to defend yourself, or you do feel you have to defend yourself here. There's information coming through very fast in March. The words on the death and rebirth and breaking through structures. You know, it's like this theme here, Aquarius, where you're trying to hold your ground. Because you're trying to hold your ground here about someone or something that's been coming at you. You're trying to ignore it, not do anything. You're holding your ground here, but there's transformation coming through. And this is seeing things from another perspective, from a higher perspective, okay, in a different way. You thought it was like this and you've realized it's not. Or you've transformed and, you know, you're seeing this situation in a whole new way, because that's looking down over the town from on top of the mountain. So there's got to be a raised... and for some of you, you could be about to receive a message, or you did receive a message that kind of brought you a wake up or a death and rebirth, because you were like, wow, I didn't see it like that. I was just holding my ground. I was just staying doing what I was doing, which is what this one's doing. And because there's the theme again, end of March. Here we are again. Wherever you were blocked or stuck between a rock and a hard place, you're going to get success. That is, you're going to move through it. You're going to unblock it, whatever. Or wherever someone was not seeing this, so it could be reverse, vice versa, or you're choosing not to look at it. Wherever you're choosing not to look at it, not to deal with it, shut people out, you are about to get your power moment, or you are at the end of March. And the Magician upside down. Now, the Magician up the right way is, what do you want? You know, manifesting. You've got the Magician, you've got the power, but the power to manifest. But here, something's about to come crumbling down. And it's some foundation you've been living on or living from. Okay? Use your intuition about whatever your Ten of Cups is. We all want to move towards this. This has come up in a few readings exactly here in this spot. Our Ten of Cups. It's our contentment, our happiness. Okay? It's the happily ever after. It's our dream come true. It's contentment in a relationship or with your relationships. But as you can see here, they're both putting up equal, both putting in to the relationship and using their emotional. See, the thing with Aquarius is, and I've talked about this before in other readings, Aquarius is air. It's an air sign. It's more up in the head. It's more thinking over and over and over, and you know, that quantum and all of that energy. But this, they're saying, excuse me, but what about your emotions? What about how you emotionally feel? This is the Queen of Cups, who uses her intuition from her emotions, whereas the Aquarius is the air. It can block the emotions too much. Block not want to see it. This was just your March, your epiphany, revelation, awakening. Someone here has enlightened you or will or brought information or inspiration or a new way of looking thing about relationships. So there's a big theme here for you and relationships. There needs to be a death and rebirth and change instead of, and there's the Aquarian card, you know, what you're putting out is what you're going to get back. That's going to be your reward, and you've got Saturn coming in. So I'd be very mindful of that, Aquarius. March was the shocker for everybody, whether it's ourselves personal, you know, how we're being, or others to us, or how we're in relationships. It's been there. It's there. It's showing you, okay? But I can see, you know, Aquarius, the shadow side's detachment, blocking people out, being detached from the emotion of it, being too up in our head, logical, closed off, you know, all of that. That is the shadow side, where every sign's got a shadow side. And there has to be some change here, Aquarius. Because you've got Saturn coming in, the teacher. But I love April. Let's look at April, because it doesn't matter who I've read for. Every sign. March was, oh, heavy, heavy. Nobody has been having a great time in March. Now, April, for Aquarius, you've got Venus in the 5th house. This is romance, people wanting to romance you. You know, entrepreneurial energy, it's creative energy, inspiration, ideas. You know, you might be working from home. You might decide, oh, wow, I didn't realize with all what was going on in the world that I can now work from home. Or you know, you'll come up with some entrepreneurial idea or energy. And romance is great. I know we're in lockdown and shutdown, but we've still got social medias. We've got platforms to talk and connect to people. We are at home. We can delve into our emotions and our relationships. And if you're open, you know, have those conversations. On the 8th, we've got the full moon in Libra. Now, Libra rules relationships. And it's also about win-win and balance and equalness. And great for conversations, because everyone's listening. Everyone's listening to each other's side, and it's falling into your 9th house of education, learning. But also the 9th house is your spiritual path. Things have to have meaning. So if you're thinking of being entrepreneurial, let's say this month of April, or March, April, into May, it's got to have meaning. Okay, you're going to go deeper into a spiritual meaning, or a path that's got meaning for you. Okay, you're going to start to put meaning into what you do. So if it's what you currently do, you're going to put more meaning in, which was that card at the end of March, the Queen of Cups. She puts meaning in, she puts emotion in, she uses her emotions to connect. She uses her emotion, it's got to have meaning and connection. And she listens to that intuitively. So that's interesting. That's come up there in April for you too. It can also be international travel, international friends, international other countries. You know that. Now, if you can't travel, we're all in lockdown. We can't travel, but that doesn't mean you're not feeling the need to travel, or wanting to travel, or looking at travel, or talking to people with distance. Okay, that can all come in for you. Could be learning something online, entrepreneurial, international, from somewhere else. You know, that sort of thing, because we've got Mercury on the 12th of April, joins your Sun. And it's in the 3rd house. Again, networking, teaching, writing, working at home, from home, maybe. But if you're doing that, and because you're in lockdown, you are ready to socially network. You are ready to put yourself out there some way. Could be from your computer, could be, you know, from the phone, from whatever. You will find that. On the 20th, we've got the sun moves into your 4th house, you know, home, family, connection. 23rd, we've got a Taurus new moon. And the Taurus new moon is going to focus on your health, home, family, but it's about that security, stability, steadfast, feeling solid. You know, Taurus is the bull, but you might be thinking there of taking a trip, moving, dreaming about a trip or travel, new home, new environment, or just uplifting and changing your environment to bring in that beautiful, you know, Taurus loves the home and nice, lush, so, good quality materials and furniture, and likes to feel, you know, has that wealth feel in it, because they love to feel, you know, that home, to feel like that. So they like the good things in life, all right, the good foods, the rich foods, the good quality products, you know. So, but this is your home, or a dream that you have. Some of you may be able to take a trip in April or the end of April. But what I'm getting here is a theme as Aquarius. You're looking for what has meaning. You're ready to get in that entrepreneurial energy or romantic energy or creative energy and put it out there. There might be some education, learning, restructuring for you. But yeah, see, seeking beyond horizons. We travel, looking beyond what your current situation, maybe that awakening that had to happen in March where you were shut down and closed off. A couple of things I'm getting messages with this, because there's different groups of you. One group of you, you finally decided to come out, unblock, and look at maybe another perspective, another point of view, maybe open up, put yourself out there, looking past what you currently thought. For others of you, there's this travel, wanting, even if you can't travel, wanting to travel. But it's also about, you know, watching your ships come in or knowing they're coming in as well. You know, this guy's standing here. He knows his ships are coming in. He's waiting and watching and looking for them, okay? Or he's just dreaming them coming in, like wishing them in, manifesting. 3 of Wands. Yep, you've got to take a brand new path. This is, you've had your birthday, Aquarius. You're in your 2020. Time to set a new karmic path, new direction with meaning. The Fool's ready. He wants to go on it. He's got to have some faith, because it does feel like we're jumping off a cliff or off a diving board or taking a big leap of faith here into the unknown. But the Fool's ready. He's ready. He wants a new cycle. He wants a new beginning. He, she. No gender here. No gender. All right? So, and that could be just straight up someone wanting to travel, international, or travel or move a trip. There's some deep thought, deep contemplation here, but this person didn't want to hear it. They don't want to see it. They don't want to be told. They want to talk to her, and they just want to cross their arms, sit under the tree and not listen. They're going very deeply in, but they're very shut off here. 10 of Cups. So you really are working out, Aquarius, this month of April. I can see at the end of April, you want your new world, your new paradigm, your new beginning, okay? This is new beginning, rebirth, like planting a new tree, having a new reality. It's out of your hands. You are going to get a new you, or birth, or this can be birth of pregnancy of a baby, a project, a new you at the end of April. You're feeling a bit better. But there's deep, deep, deep thought about what your 10 of Cups actually is. Your 10 of Cups can't be just up in your head making all these material choices, actions, or decisions. It's like it's got to have meaning. It's got to have connection. It's got to have, so it's change. And it's change for a lot of people, not just Aquarius. I mean, you've only got to look at what's happened today with the pandemic and been happening in the world. It has changed our perception of what is really our security and stability. It has changed our perception on what's real. for us, on what's, you know, got meaning. And for you, you know, it's back to the drawing board, or working or studying or coming up or planning it or putting things in place, researching information. This guy's putting a lot of thought, a lot of planning into. It's very deep, it's very heavy. It could even be overwhelming, or they don't want to do it. That can be depression sometimes, you know, it's too big an issue to deal with. But they know this has got to change. And I just heard the foundation of what your Ten of Cups was, your contentment, your happiness. It's got to change, and you're now ready to look into it here. You're ready to look into it. It's still not good, like you don't want to, or you don't want to look at it, but you are getting a new beginning. It's out of your hands. You are getting a new rebirth or birth of you, or new birth, lease of life. Yep, look at you, Aquarius. You're looking and very focused on your long-term security, stability. You're really looking into your finances here, and you're getting ready to put that out there in an entrepreneurial way, or see another perspective, or look beyond what you currently thought, or it could be travel, international connections, negotiations. A new path here. The High Priestess uses her intuition. She has a few secrets. She's ready to go on a new path, set a new cycle, karmic cycle, but she's been through the dark to the light. She's going to use her intuition. She knows when to, yeah. Some of you still in April, it happened in March, or I think February, March, April, something's really overwhelming you mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. But it's something you're being very stubborn in, or not wanting to look at, or refusing to have any input. And that's actually creating this. It's making it bigger. It's making it worse. Look at this. For some of you, fabulous. If you're in a relationship, this is just amazing. You two have come together, come on board. For some of you, this is coming in. If you get through what we've been talking about and change it. For some of you, this is absolute meaning and connection. This is the divine masculine and the divine feminine. The Ten of Cups. There they are, equally putting in. Two-way street, equal union, respect, giving on an equal level. That's connection right there, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. They're not just up in their heads. They are connecting on all levels. They've come together to help each other equally. And that is fallen for you right on the Libra full moon on the 8th. In the middle of your spread here, the middle row. That's communication, win-win, equal. You've got to move past the past hurts, the past pain, the past struggles, the past emotions. And maybe you're looking into that. Maybe some of you are researching that, looking into it. Wherever you've been deceptive and deceiving yourself, thought you could get away with something and you can't, it's hit home. It's hit home. You may have detached and thought, oh no, you know, not been in reality with it, but you thought you could get away with something here and you cannot, or vice versa. It could be someone who's been deceptive to you and thought they could get away with something and they couldn't. Or our reality, how we thought our reality was, or our paradigm, or how we thought we were. There's deception here. Deception does not mean someone's cheating on you all the time. It can, but no. Or if it was blocking your relationships, for those of you in relationships, if past pain and struggle and you're still in that and focused on that from your past relationships, this is what's blocking. This is where you're deceiving yourself and missing out on this. There's a big healing here has got to happen for some of you, Aquarius. I see you do get your power back. The Queen of Wands takes action. New world, new paradigm, end of April. Hanged Man, the Emperor stands there, taking control, taking charge. But the Emperor A narcissistic emperor is only about himself. The emperor up the right way takes care of everybody, makes sure everyone's okay, makes sure, you know, makes decisions for the good of all. And it's like you've got no choice but to do that. You have to make decisions for the good of all here. Because there's a new you. And when there's a new you at the end of April, look at the clarity, look at the direction. Nobody can deter you. You've got this focused direction. It's a new you or a birth of an idea, or you're back, or you've got this clarity in this direction and you are charging forward. For some of you, that's someone coming in your life, going to bring you a brand new life, brand new rebirth, brand new paradigm, love. It could be love, connection. I feel like the universe is trying to bring this in for you with Venus in the 5th house of romance. But some of you are so stuck in the past, you won't look at things, you've been too up in your head, you won't feel your emotions, it's exhausted you, you've been refusing to look at it, deceiving yourself in it. Yep, look what fell out. Refusing to look at it, refusing to hear, take any information on, see anyone's side. You have just been sitting there completely blocked out in your own reality. And that is no way to live anymore, Aquarius. Look at that. New ideas, new inspiration coming in. And look, it brings love. It brings connection, whether it's a relationship or soul family, soul group. You know, this is being connected, passion, feeling, emotion, connection. You know, for some of you who didn't believe that could happen, you might be about to get a rude shock. Yeah, I didn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to look at it. You might be getting a rude shock. You might be ripping off. You were choosing not to see it. You were choosing not to do it here. This person, look at them, blocked. Someone or something will come in and for some of you and bring and take this blindfold off. Yep. They're waiting to come in. Universally, this is slow, this is steady, this is planning, this is doing it right, this is doing it the right way. And you do have to move in this direction. And I guarantee that your wish fulfillment got your energy back. Anything you didn't want to face or make decisions about, you need to now do it, transform your life, clean it up. Balance, justice, the Libran card, Libran full moon. Anywhere you're in conflict or fighting or arguments, it's time for justice. It's time for balance. It's time for you to balance that out. This can be court. This can be legal. This can be a final decision where justice will be served either way. You get your strength back. Look, all the connection, the love, the healing. Now you've got opportunities. It's like Aquarius, wherever you're in deception or being deceptive or not being able to see it, possibly going to see it March and April. Or in the past, or past hurts, past this, past reality, past paradigm. The minute you actually just face it and fix it and balance it, you get all this flow, more opportunities, more cups, all full of something. This is up in their head, up in the air, waiting to come down in reality. But look, you've been sitting back, restricting, holding back, not sharing, not talking, not giving, not listening, holding on too tight, not wanting to hear it. Too overwhelmed, can't deal with it, can't deal with my emotions, which has created arguments, people attacking you, people coming at you. This is about giving to others. This is Libran again, like a giving. Aquarius, a running theme here. Where are you not? Whatever you're putting out, you're getting back in reward, okay? That's also Saturn energy that's coming into your sign. Wherever you're not working with people, or people aren't working with you, or, you know, with you, you know, where we've got all got our own agendas here, Aquarius, it is going to come back at you. That's what you're going to get coming back in. That's why I said at the start, warning, or in March, in those March cards, I did say warning. You do get your wish fulfillment there. So, Aquarius, that was a big message. Big message. But you all know, whatever's happening in March, there's still a bit of this, it's higgledy-piggledy. I haven't used that word forever. You're looking into it, you're reaching out, you're blocked, you're ready for a new path. Now I'm overwhelmed. Now I'm putting research. Now I'm looking into my past. Now that's been brought up. Where am I deceiving me or myself? My 10 of Cups. I want that. It's there. It's coming in, but I'm blocking it. But I want it. But I'm open to it. But I'm not. There's this theme running in your cards. So, interesting read, Aquarius. Interesting read. For some of you that, you know, are not doing all that, you're just moving forward, you're just moving beyond, you're just ready to move forward, you're making your changes, you could be moving, you've decided, and then there's the other ones who are not. They're just not willing to think, talk, look at it. It's like a lot of thinking about traveling, moving, changing. Maybe you're blocked and stuck at the moment as well. But it is coming. For some of you, wish fulfillment. There you go, wish fulfillment. Some of you have been putting someone out in the cold. Well, that person's got their focus, they're coming in and they want this equal. Yep, some of you are too focused on past hurts and struggle. You've got no choice. You're going to have to face it, focus it and deal with it and step up and front up. Wherever that falls for you, you'll know whether it's relationships or family or money or job or, you know, life or your reality that you thought you were living in. Because this was upside down in March, the very first card. And if you do what I just pulled then and face it, it's up the right way. You're taking action. The King of Wands here, you know, in his abundance. Look at the focus. Look at the direction. Anywhere you're not working with people in a flow on the same page or got the same agenda, anywhere you were refusing to see that, some of you are going to be causing a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, or this is past stuff coming up again that you refuse to look at, or something of the past that you've created, current or past. You really got your head down and you're working, but some communication needs to happen here, or a message. You need to move on forward, like communicate, do it, get in the boat, row the boat, or make the call, make this. There's a lot of emotions here. And it needs to be done, and done from a new perspective. Because somebody was not fronting up, showing up, not saying what they would do, not walking their talk. This is a person that says, the page is young, he's just studied, he's never worked. He's just saying, yeah, I can do that. Or I've got a great idea. But I've put no thought under it. They can call it little white lies, you know, little, not purposely, just didn't think it through. didn't think it through. There's got to be a change here. The change is coming for you, Aquarius. But that's an interesting read. I haven't left you to last because it just kept, Spirit tells me